IEMP and what return. If you want, you can change it. Otherwise, just ignore it. Am I clear? These are the parameter names at function model level, and these are the parameter names at what? Method level, proposed by whom? By SAP itself. So this first parameter is what? Import of type what? Z1030 EMP. Second parameter is of type export. What is the type? BAPI return. Am I clear? So these are the parameter names at method level. Means when the legacy programmer is calling the API method, what are the parameter names? IEMP and what? Return. When the ABAP consultant calls a function model, you have to use I underscore EMP and return. Done. So now click on next step. Click on what? Next step. Previous step and what? Next step. So when I click on next step, yeah, it is saying that method is not yet implemented. Do you want to generate a template automatically? Okay. So when I say yes here, you have to say yes. What happened here? The method is what? Inserted. The method is inserted. Is it clear? Now what you have to do is, uh, what you have to do is, yeah. Again, if you go back to object-oriented concepts, we can create the object for a class only if all the methods are implemented. I can create the object for a class only if all the methods are implemented. Understood? So here, these are in red color. These are in red color, which indicates that they are not implemented. You need to implement it. So how do you implement? Select this method. What is the method? Existence check. And there is a button here. What is this? Program button. Click on the program button. Understood? So make sure that all the methods are what? Implemented. This red color should not be there. There are 100 different ways we can do, but try to follow this procedure what I am saying. Okay. I can create the object for a class only when all the methods are what? Implemented. Okay, so for that reason I'll choose this. Click on what? Program. So when I click on program, okay, so what is it saying? Begin method and what? End method. So those who know object oriented, this is called a null implementation. Opening the method and what? Closing the method. Understood? Done. So just go back. Then again I'll choose what? Display. Click on what? Program. Okay, begin method and what? End method. There is some logic implemented here. We are not bothered about that. And again, this is our method. I'll click on what? Program. Some logic is there. See here between begin method and what? End method. What they are doing, they are calling our function model only, na? Right? API method internally call what? BAPI function. This code is auto generated. This code is auto generated. So don't disturb this. Let's save it. Go back. Right? Now what you have to do? Hmm? Yeah. Now I'll choose this. Okay, I'll choose this. These are the two methods. Who has given these two methods? By SAP. They got inherited. We don't know from where they got inherited, but they got what? Inherited. So I'll choose this method. Choose this method. Choose the menu edit. Say redefine. Redefine. Again, if you go back to object-oriented concepts, when a class inherits another class, all the public and protected methods will be inherited to what? Subclass. If you want to re-implement those methods in the subclass, you have to redefine. So here also, I'll put the cursor here. I'll choose edit what? Redefine. Color is changed. I'll choose this display method, edit, and so on. Redefine. All these navigations are there in the notes, so don't worry. Right? All the methods are in what state now? Redefined state. Now choose the method. Okay, choose the first method here. I'll choose edit, change release status, object type to what? Implemented. Okay, object type to what? Implemented. Okay, object type can only be released when saved. Save the object type, yes. Object type could not be generated. Why? Okay, I'll choose this. I'll choose edit, change release status. First, let me say what? Object type component what? Implemented. What is saying? Already implemented. Let me check for existence check. Edit, change release status, object type component to implemented is already implemented. I'm just cross checking. Object type component to implemented, done. Again, I'll choose this, change release status, object type component to what? Released. Okay, I'll choose this, change release status, object type component to what? Released. Okay, I'm not getting a tick mark. Change release status, object type component to what? Released. I'm not getting. Okay, done. I'll choose this, change release status, object type what? Object type to what? Released. Okay, or first I'll say implemented. It is saying could not be generated. I'll choose this, edit, change release status, object type to released. No. What is saying here? Set object type slash component what? Implemented first. Edit, change release status, object type component to implement. It's already implemented. Edit, change release status, object type to what? Release also, I'm getting error. Hmm? Hmm? Object type, same. Same error you are getting. Hmm? Same issue. Okay, I'll do one thing. Let me go back. Object type could not be generated. One second. Object type contains what? What are those errors? What is saying here? Method display is what? Not implemented. Method exists in check is not implemented. But already I implemented. I'll choose this. Click on program. Done. Let me save it. Go back. Display. Save it. Done. Now I'll choose this. Edit change release status. Object type to what? Implemented. Okay, this is fine. Object type to what? Released. What is the issue?
Sir, go to object type. So also will be released.
Where?
Object type. Object type. Right? No, no, sir. That is the first.
Where?
Beside of edit.
Here.
No, no, sir. Main.
Uh,
Yeah. It is generate.
I implemented already. Yeah. Now it is released. I will redo it once again. So don't worry. I'll say object type component to what? List. Okay. Change release status object type component to list. Oh, that is the issue. I forgot. Sorry, I forgot. The issue was I created the function model. Okay. Here. The problem is function model should be what? Released. Then only you have to create what? API method. Okay, that's the issue. Okay, no problem. We'll do it again. So what is our function model? C37. This one, na?
Yes, sir.
Z BAPI underscore 1030 underscore insert underscore It is working fine. So how do you release it? Function module, what? Release. Am I clear? If you release this function model only, we can expose it outside SAP. Okay, so I'll choose function model release. Then what is saying here? It is released. Once a function is released, now you can create what? Business objects. So I'll go to what? SWO1. Okay, I'll give the name as Z1030. What shall I give? Y1030 what? E-type. Y1030 E-type. Create. Yeah, what is the object name? Y1030 what? EMP object. EMP object. This I'll give it as Y1030 EMP. I'll give some description. 1030 what? Employee object. Then program name. I'll give some program name. EMP and this EMP program. Something. Then I'll give what? Star. Or let me give it as Y1030 EMP what? PR. Is it clear? So I gave the object type, I gave the object name and some name you're done. Continue. Right? Let me save it. Right. So by default you'll have what? Two methods. So what you have to do first step, choose this method. Okay, click on what? Program button. Okay. Is inherited. Actually, I should get in editable mode. Okay, let it be. I clicked on this. Okay, done. Now what I have to do? Choose what? Methods, utilities, API methods. What is this? Add method. What is the function model? ZBAPI 1030 EMP. Done. What is the API method? ZBAPI insert EMP. Next step. What are the parameter names? IEMP and what? Return. Same thing. Continue. Do you want to generate the template? Yes. Method is what? Inserted. Now let me choose this. Still save issue. Done. Now what you have to do? I'll choose this program. Let me save it. Check for what? Syntax errors. Does not contain any errors. Done. Now what you have to do? Choose this method. Say edit what? Redefined. Yes, it is redefined. I'll choose this. Edit. Redefined. Done. Now let me check this once again. I'll choose display. I'll go to what? Program. Method display is what? Not implemented. Yes. Let me save it. Check for the syntax errors. Existence check not implemented. Done. Let me save it. Done. And this is anyway it's already saved. So all the three methods are what? Implemented. Now choose this method. Choose what? Edit, change release status, object type to what? Implemented. Object type status is set to what? Implemented. I'll choose existence check, change release status, object type to what? Implemented. Already has got the status done. Change release status, object type to what? Implemented. Yes. Okay. Now I'll choose this. Edit. Change release status, object type to what? Released. Yes. I got what? Tick mark. Then you should also get the tick marks here. I'll choose this. Edit. Change release status, object type to what? Object type component to what? Implemented. Actually, you need not implement. Already saying what? Implemented. Directly I can say what? Edit, change release status, object type component to what? Released. Done. I'll choose this. Edit, change release status, object type component to release. Done. I'll choose this. Edit, change release status, object type component to release. All are what? Release. Status for the method is set to what? Release. Done. Go back. Save it. Right, so object type is what? Created. Let me cross check whether it is released or not. Again in this screen I'll choose what? Object type. What is this? I am cross checking. Change release status to what? Released. What is saying? Already has got the status what? Released. Done. So the problem was what? Function model is what? Not released. So I have created the business object integrating with what? API method. Release the business object and check the entry in what? View all. So let me go to what is the T code? BAPI T code. Right. Let me filter. I want to show what? BAPIs to display what? All only. Done. Yeah, I'll check it in alphabetical order. I gave Y na. This one, na. Y1030 EMP objects. Yes or no? Package is what? Same. What is the object type? Y1030 E type. And this is your object name. If I expand this, it contains what? API method, which is linked with what? BAPI function model. Right? So let me do it once again. So up to this is clear now. We have created what? BAPI function model and it is working fine. Now I need to create what? API method. So let me give a different name. What is the T code? SW01. Just cross check. I'll give the name as Z1030 what? Z1030 type else. Something. Simply I'll say what Z1030 type. Create. What is the object name? Z1030 OBJ also something Z1030 OBJ, and this name I'll give it as Z1030 what employee description also something 1030 employee object. So what are the important things here? Important things are what? Not proven. This one object type and what? Object name. So let me make a note of this for my reference. What is this? Object type is what? Z1030 type, and what else? Object name is what? Z1030 OBJ. This one. Z1030 OBJ. Done. Continue. Done. So by default, you'll have what? Two methods. What is the first thing you have to do? Choose what? I can follow any sequence. I'll choose methods. Utilities, API methods, what? Add method. Function model is what? ZBAPI 1030 insert EMP. Continue. It is proposing what? API method. Continue. And there are the parameter names. Done. Method is not yet implemented. You want to generate template? Say yes. Done. What is the next step I have to do? Choose this. Let me first what? Redefine. I'll put the cursor here. I'll choose edit redefine. Done. I'll choose this edit what? Redefine. Done. Then I'll choose each method. Click on what? Method display is what? Not implemented. Done. Let me save it. Check for the syntax error. Done. Method exists still check is not implemented. Let me save it. Check for what? Syntax error. Done. Any of this method is already implemented. If I choose this, if I go to what? So it is already there. Okay, so just save it and move on. Right. Next step is what? Choose each method, edit, change release status, object type to what? Implemented. Anyway, you'll get the message what? Objects type status is set to what? Implemented.